Good day thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig the Writer Stewart, and this is So Much to Say YouTube TV. These are my thoughts, in my voice, on black shit, white shit, gay shit, and everything in between. Now, So Much to Say YouTube TV is the place that you come to learn and grow. So go ahead and hit the like button, the share button, and the subscribe button. And turn on that little bell so that you get a notification every single time that I go live or I upload something new. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
But Craig, one thing you need to know.
What?
One thing you need to know. I will fuck you up. That's a cutie pie. Why you married, honey?
Because these boys don't want a grown man.
But Craig, do you think you might, scare the girls?
I don't scare them intentionally, but I guess they are intimidated or something. I've always been intimidating?
Yeah.
You think that?
If I said it, whore.
No.
I'm inquisitive. You know, I'm a nosy whore.
I know you nosy. And Ryan especially is always like, oh, you need to go on Hinge or you need to go on such and such. And just, it's a dating app. Why you got your mouth down like this? What is Hinge?
Come fuck me?
No, well, you know, the girl's always going to be giving come let's fuck. Hinge is more like, I went to college here, you know, I work in this field. Ryan especially is always telling me, you need to get on, you just need to get on Hinge. Why don't you just go on it?
No, you don't.
But my thing is, I don't know. That just doesn't feel good to me.
So listen, Craig. So I just find it I think your life is very interesting.
You're talking like we just met. What do you mean you think my life is very interesting?
Because, I know you a little bit more intimately.
Uh-huh. But I mean, we used to hang out real tight like this before.
But we've always been close, bitch.
Right.
Bitch.
Like we've spent the night before, we went to New York, spent the weekend in New York. Used to come to my little apartment over there in Vinings.
You're becoming a millionaire, honey.
You're the dumbest bitch I know. Do you hear me?
I love you down, bitch. Craig, you're becoming very wealthy. And I didn't know that. First, I knew my nigga, my bitch, my boo.
Yeah.
Kill for. I knew you.
You would do what, girl?
I would kill for. And now, bitch, it's giving.
It's what?
It's giving what? This shit's it's bigger than you. It's because and I'm telling you from my perspective.
Yeah.
I like your movement because if it were, I'm not even gonna name a name, but if it were another fag, they would be fucking everybody
that showed them some attention and smiled. Yeah.
They would be more boisterous and not as careful. Look at what you did with Tamar.
Yeah.
They would big.
Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah. I get that. I see that.
You were helping your friends.
Yeah.
I'm selling caftans that I would have never sold. My following has doubled in number.
Yeah.
Doubled.
Yeah.
It's getting late, so my vocabulary goes down, bitch. Because as black people, we don't even know how to celebrate each other.
I've talked about that on the live before, yeah.
We don't know how to celebrate each other because of the crabs in a barrel.
And we're so fearful that somebody else is going to get further along. It's funny that you're saying this because when I look at the comments on the videos, when you're in the videos, they're all like, oh my God, I love Greg. He's my new favorite. I love him. Craig, I love you, but I love that Greg. Or they were like, I think Greg is my favorite of your friends now, because they always change, right? Like, I think Keon may have been first on there. They fell in love with Keon. And then they fell in love with Ryan. They fell in love with Scott. They fell in love with Elliot. Now they're in love with you, right?
Right.
But it's funny that you're saying all of this because I've never been a person that's felt threatened. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like, oh, he taking my shine, or let me not have him on here. You understand what I'm saying? And I think that
you got best dressed at Hampton University.
you remember that?
I remember how those girls called you king.
Yeah.
Set up, baby.
Mm-hmm.
That was set up because
that was the setup.
Because what would have happened, although it sounds crazy.
Right. Because just imagine, I'm walking around on a college campus at 19, 20, 21. These people calling me King. What's up, King?
That's right. And so even with that,
yeah,
what it gives.
Mm-hmm.
That's out of the bag, Craig.
And it's so funny because there was a girl that I went to college with. We met sophomore year. We became really cool in Hampton over music. Like, I remember her putting me on to, like, Erykah Badu when Erykah Badu's first album came out. Like, we used to go over music all the time, right? And she used to just look at me sometimes, and I'll never forget. She used to say this all the time. She'd be like, "What's up, superstar?" Like, she would say, like, she would see me on campus, or she said, "Hey, superstar." She'd be like, "I call you super." She said, "You know why I call you superstar?" I said, "Why?" She said, "Because you're gonna do something." She said, "I don't know what it is." She used to say that in school. But in my fourth book of Jewels, I talk about, and the first chapter is the chapter called Life, and I talk about how there were certain cursors throughout my life that kind of foreshadowed little things. You understand what I'm saying? And it used to make me like, and I'm gonna be honest with you, this is me as a kid. Like I say in the book, I used to say to my mother, "Oh, I'm gonna be rich, I'm gonna be rich." But I didn't mean that. That's not what I meant. That was what I had in my vocabulary at that age. What I really was trying to say was, and I say this in the book, but I was trying to say, I really feel like I'm going to do something that's going to touch people and affect a lot of people, right? And so in the book, I also say how there were certain markers along the way that kind of foreshadowed what was coming. And it was like, they can see this. Like, I knew it. I felt it. That was why I was saying it. But it was like when people, it felt like people would see it. Like when she would say it in college. And when I was younger than that, like my orthodontist, when I had braces, she was like, "Young man," like she would just say things to me. Like strangers would say shit to me. It was almost like they could see. And I'm going to tell you how they used to say it. They were like, "It's something about your aura." They used to, and at the time I didn't know what the fuck aura meant.
Well, because I can, let me give it to you in another little nugget. Hopefully it'll come across. When you harbor certain things, when you have that fervor, or when you got, I told you before, you got that vibe, you got that thing, and it's one of those things that nobody can take it away from you. No one can take it away, because that is your birthright.
Yeah.
It's almost like your birthright to be just what the fuck you are.
Yeah.
Somebody I love unconditionally.
Yeah.
Somebody that I care about. Somebody that I pray for. Somebody that I want to always know that you feel my love.
Yeah.
You get to get that from me because you offer something of value to me. Love. Unrequited love. Unconditional love. That bullshit comes like what bitch, this water on my fucking table, and I can say whatever the fuck back, and you give it fuck you, bitch. That's beautiful.
Right.
A prayer.
Yeah.
Will you be able to do that to everyone? No. You will not. Because that's what I have.
Nobody what?
Gays never liked me.
Oh, we got to unpack that.
For as far back as I can remember, niggas have always fell in love with me. Always.
You mean straight niggas?
Motherfucking bitch. Listen to me, because I'm giving you the truth, baby. Your face is easy.
My face is what? Oh, I just came from having a facial. That might be why I'm glowing too. And what is it, girl? What is it?
It's over. Like I can look at like, okay, bitch, what this one I had done?
Yeah, I wouldn't have had a facial. I'm actually about, I think I told you, I have this web series that I do called Telling Our Stories. Yeah. So I actually went today to scout out a venue. I think I'm going to end up using this venue. Yeah. But that's really why I'm so passionate about that work and literally about that show. But even like the books, especially the first two books, like my memoirs, that's why those books are so important to me, because I really do think that those books are are almost like the holy grail for gay men.
Absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying? Because I know we had Elin Harris, and I know that Elin opened that door, and James Earl Hardy opened that door. Of course, James Baldwin. But like, they didn't write memoirs. No. Elin Harris did years later. Right. But like his books that like broke out and
Where is he?
He died.
He did die.
Yeah, Elin Harris I think died in like 2009 or something.
What did he die from?
Girl, they said a heart attack. But I think that is what my life work is. But you know, I have a spiritual teacher, and I'm pointing because I sit over here when I talk to her. But I have a spiritual teacher that I talk to every now and then. She said to me, your work is bigger than just gay men. She said your life's purpose, she said it really is about bringing people together, and it's older and younger people.
That's it.
And she said to me, and it confirmed for me another thing that I've always known, or not always, but I've known for probably the past decade, that my life's work really is about bridging the gap, bridging communities, gay men and women, gay men and lesbians, gay men and trans people, black and white people, whatever. Even if it's as raw and gritty as I am as I talk about white folks, I think the ones who really want to get it, white folks who really want to get it and understand the plight of black people and how they have made it uncomfortable for black people, will get it. And they'll turn that motherfucking corner because I'll say something that will click for them. But so when she said that spiritual teacher said that to me about bridging people, and then I had just come from Baltimore, a show in Baltimore, where this mother and daughter said to me, this is our first outing together. We haven't spoken in years. And it's because you said on your live,
he said to me, if you stop wearing all those diamonds, you'll catch a man.
Well, see, it goes back to the top of the conversation. You said, Craig, why are you single, honey? You're lovely. Da-da-da. Like you just said that out of the blue. And what I'm saying is diamonds or not, I think sometimes that aura that I just talked about, it's blinding for the weak. And it's blinding for the insecure. You should be over here now, bitch.
It needs to be recorded and heard.
Well, bitch, it is, girl. Because listen, we on Patreon. Now, I think I'm gonna put a little piece of this on my YouTube channel. But bitch, this is going on Patreon.
Oh, great! Oh, shit!
But what I've had to understand and what I've been able to communicate to them is sometimes you're single not because of you. Sometimes you're single because you represent and present a type of quality that folk just ain't used to. And they can't handle. Listen, this is the way I've said it. Some people can't breathe at this altitude.
No.
And I'm not talking about money.
And guess what? And the crazy thing, Craig, with that is there are a select few people that can, and the ones that can will, and the ones that can't won't.
Right. And that's it. And so it's like, and this is why I say so often to women, don't shrink.
No.
Don't shrink. Like, do not shrink. Don't dim your light. Because again, it ain't got nothing to do with money. You can be the brokest bitch walking and your light is still just too bright.
Look at your setup. You're in your beautiful home. You're doing all the things.
And people say they want that. I want a nigga who got it together. I want a nigga who got his shit together. And then when that motherfucker presents himself, you don't know what to do with it. You intimidated. You pick it apart.
But let me ask you this. Why is it that it can't be as normal as, hey, I like you and I want to get to know you. I want to marry you.
Bitch, first of all, I think men, black men, because I can't speak to white men, black men, I think, are intimidated by emotion. Like when you express emotion and real intimacy, they don't know what to do with that.
They run from that.
And part of that, watch this, part of that is because of how black boys are raised. They're taught not to feel. So when they meet a feeling person, they don't know, they like a fish out of water, bitch. They don't know what to do with it.
Did you see the Donnie McClurkin thing where he was...
Bitch, he on FaceTime. Bitch, we on FaceTawk on Thursday, bitch. I'm going to tear him up on Thursday. And what pisses me off about that is, because you up there crying, because you obviously struggling.
Right.
You're struggling. And see, they seeing it as he's passionate. the Lord is using him. No, he's struggling.
But you want to talk shit about.
And what pisses me off is there is some boy, some lesbian, some girl who hates themselves because of that shit you saying up there. There's a boy that I follow on TikTok. I don't know his name, but it's a black boy, and he's an atheist now.
My God, Jesus.
But he talks about how he was in the church. He was an usher. He was all involved in the church.
Remember, I told you I used to knock on the door to please let me in, Bishop.
And he was going into ministry, and he said the church had me hating myself.
That's what I just said.
He said I had to get out of there. He said because this is who I am. I can't change this.
Bitch, I ain't been to church in 10 years.
I couldn't tell you the last time I went. Now I pray on my knees every night.
You better. Craig, you know, I'm slightly older.
No, you're more than slightly.
Fuck you, bitch. And
these are now the first. My generation may have been. I don't even know about yours. I mean, are we in the same generation?
Yeah, bitch, you 49 years old, whore.
No, bitch, I'm 48.
I'm only 52, bitch. That's 4 fucking years.
When is it a new generation? How far apart do I have to be from you?
I broke it down as Gen X.
Are you Gen? What am I? What generation? Am I Gen X?
That's Siri, bitch.
Alexa. When is Gen X?
The birth dates of Generation X typically range from the early to mid-1960s to the late 1970s and early 1980s.
Gen X, bitch.
So you're Gen X.
We are Gen X.
We're Gen X. I think our generation may be the first generation of queer people who had some confidence and started to step into our truth and not really be ashamed of it and that kind of thing. Just like let me say this, just like there are, it hasn't been very long that black people have felt that they were beautiful.
Absolutely.
So I think that we are probably the first generation, because those people that came before us, it wasn't like across the board where people were outspoken and wearing their sexuality on their sleeves and didn't give a fuck. Of course, there's still closeted people, but what I'm saying is, generally speaking, people ain't hiding. People don't give a fuck.
Nothing more. Look at the man that took his son to the prom the other day. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I recall in high school, there was these 2 white boys. They were, what do you call them? Punk rock.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, you're talking 1988, 89.
Yeah.
It was 1987, my freshman year in high school. And the HIV/AIDS thing had come out.
Wait, what year was that?
1987.
Girl, I was 11. Okay.
The HIV/AIDS thing had come out.
Mm-hmm.
And there were 2 white boys in our high school that wore makeup.
And everybody thought they were gonna have HIV.
And they had the hair. Everyone was afraid to drink out of the water fountains and to even be around them. But I just remember people even coming up during that time period,
mm-hmm.
them telling me that their mothers made them eat out of plastic forks and knives and spoons.
I talk about that in my stage play.
What I find most interesting is that there are people that are completely disgusted by my mere appearance.
Yeah. And see, that's another thing that I want to talk about there too. Like, why is it that we shun guys who are feminine or who are effeminate?
And I was just going to say, you and I could be standing beside each other. Mm. Both of us are proud black gay men.
Mm-hmm.
And they are most disgusted by me.
I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember exactly how you said it, but you said, if this was any other gay man in this position, how did you say? You said I probably wouldn't share it with you, and you've been selling caftans that you otherwise wouldn't have sold, and just right. Like the whole thing with me and Tamar, that with another gay person, it could have been different. You know what I'm saying? Like the thing with Tamar, and just just wanting to be the center, right? Lacking humility.
Right, exactly.
But here's the thing. When I was struggling, bitch, when I was struggling, Greg, during those times when you would say, and even before, those times when you would say, Craig, right now you're just praying to be able to pay your bills. During those times, and I was sleeping on somebody's pallet, cars were being repossessed. My prayer then was, God, don't give it to me until you know I can handle it. My prayer was, if I'm going to levitate, don't give it to me. Keep me away from it until you know I'm going to always give you the praise.
And you're just me.
Yeah, because I used to say, I always want to take you everywhere that I go. And I want to always remember to tell people, this is nothing but God.
That's it.
Because I don't ever want to become bigger than my purpose. Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig the Writer Stewart, and I'm inviting you to join my Patreon. Don't know what a Patreon is? It's my official video diary with only exclusive content that you won't see anyplace else. It's easy to join. Just visit patreon.com/Craig the Writer Stewart. Here's what you'll find on my Patreon. A day in my life, whether that's dinner with friends or a typical workday. Live Q&As with members of my Patreon about each episode of the T.S. Madison Experience and what I was really thinking. I'll even bring you on vacation with me. The video will make you think that you were right there. And last but not least, for all of my aspiring writers, I give you first-hand, one-on-one, personalized attention, answering all of your questions about publishing and self-publishing. So what are you waiting for? Join now. Swipe up or visit www.patreon.com/Craig the Writer Stewart. I'll see you soon. Oh, and one more thing. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/Craig the Writer. Do it now.